film sucks. Indie film sucks. It's the Indie Film Sucks podcast. Yeah.
Coming at you from the mean streets of St. Louis, from a basement on South Broadway, the Indie Film Sucks podcast. Because, I don't know.
Because we know you're grinding like we are.
That's
Yeah.
grinding. Yeah, you're grinding out there for sure.
You know, it seems like one of us have to save Greg every time at this point.
he's got to come up with a lot in that intro. I mean, there's a lot going on in that intro.
intro's great, and then he's got to think, why are we doing this again?
Well, he wrote it, and I think he's like maybe regretting because indie film ...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because crushing depression is not great entertainment,
That's
I
why
guess.
he's got Curly and Larry to the right and left of him.
Yeah, well, you
fill
know,
that in for him.
this combats the depression, though, so
Yes.
I said we keep doing it.
Okay. It
Okay.
helps.
Okay. Deal. Let's
All
keep
right.
doing it. All right. So we got another episode tonight.
We do.
We're back to film reviews.
Yes.
Loving it. Thanks for those who have submitted the films. If this is your first time listening, we are Indie Film Sucks podcast, brought to you by 88mm Productions. This is a podcast by independent filmmakers, us. For independent filmmakers.
You.
Thank you. Yes, nice. We didn't even rehearse that.
I know.
Beautiful. So we like to talk about indie film. A lot of times it's just us three. We're doing film review now, and we have some great guests on talking about their stuff. So we're trying to flip it up a little bit, make it about you. Hopefully you're learning from this. Like and subscribe. But tonight we got a great film. First film up tonight is called The Children of the Woods.
Ooh, sounds spooky.
That's right.
Kind of like Children of the Corn.
Right. So in January 1999, a group of 5 disappeared, and after they went into the woods of York, South Carolina for a camping trip, the story is being told 25 years later. So roll the clip.
The first reports of their activities surfaced in the 1980s. But one case stands out above all others. In January 1999, 5 people vanished without a trace in York, South Carolina. Blair Watson was one of the first to dig into this mystery back in the 1990s. Her relentless pursuit brought her dangerously close to the children of the woods. Unfortunately, before she had a chance to tell anyone what she had uncovered, she disappeared. Without any trace. Now, over 2 decades later, I'm picking up where she left off. The truth is out there, buried in the woods, hidden in plain sight. Join me, and together, we'll uncover the truth within the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you could tell it's definitely a found footage film.
Yes.
Directed by T.J. Robinson, writer by T.J. Robinson, starring Angel Nicole Bradford, Kelsey Ann Baker, and Chase Blanton. So who wants to kick this one off?
Well, I was going to say, why don't Greg do it? But I guess I opened my mouth too wide. Anytime you start looking at a found footage film, you automatically think Blair Witch because that's the ultimate found footage movie, right?
Yes.
And there's a reason for that because it's a fucking awesome movie and it really worked how they did everything. This movie, I think, worked in a lot of ways too. The story was pretty compelling. The way it was shot, it definitely looks like a true found footage. You know, I thought they did pretty well for the most part and all that. I was intrigued by the beginning of it. Got kind of long in some parts, you know, because, you know, these guys are in the woods and there's a lot of found footage walking and a little bit of bantering, but some of the bantering didn't really add to any part of the film, except for it made it look real. But I guess it's kind of what it's supposed to go for. But it is a little too long in some areas for me. But I thought the acting was pretty decent. really good in some of the actors, not so much as some of the other ones. But again, it's found footage, so maybe it's not, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But as a movie guy, and knowing that it's a movie, there could have been a couple better acting choices of some of the actors, I suppose. But as far as the movie goes, I thought it was pretty solid up till about the last 10% of the movie. The payoff was okay, but not great for me, because it pretty much was told what was going to happen. It seemed like. I thought it was a really good movie, though, even though some of it was lost on me a little bit. I thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Brock, in a lot of senses. Definitely was a nod to Blair Witch. That being, I guess, the GOAT of found footage. You know, once that is out there and created, everything else is a homage to that, or a, hey, they're trying to beat Blair Witch. You're always going to be compared to that, so I give these folks credit for going out and doing a full-length feature film. Kind of around that same storyline. It does have a twist in its own ending, and it's a little bit different. But it's about some folks going out into the woods for a certain reason. I won't give that away. But even the main characters, the investigative journalist, his name is Blair. So I thought that was a little... Her name, sorry, thank you.
Yes.
Was a little twist for that part of it.
A nod.
Yeah, the nod that I was kind of getting at. So when you're up against, I guess, the GOAT, you have to look at certain things. And I find... I'm not a fan of found footage. You know, I could take it or leave it. But after Blair Witch, it's a lot of people came out with them. So it was kind of nice in 2025 seeing this again, because I hadn't seen one in quite a while. So kept my attention the whole time through. I can't remember the actor's name in the beginning, but I thought he did an excellent job with the kind of the narrator, the person who was putting this all together.
Christian Volstad, I believe.
Yeah, I thought he was solid, and I liked the way they put that together with him kind of driving this story and telling this story. Even at the end, there's kind of something. So make sure you watch it all the way through for kind of how there's a continuance of it as.
Yeah, you want to watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So to me, it was kind of a little long in places. I agree with you, Brock, and I thought the acting, because it is a found footage, wasn't as strong as it could be, because it's hard to get that banter right. It's hard to get that. Do you write the script for them, or do you let them wing it? Or do you let them, improvise it? Or how do you pull that off?
Well, I'm sure some was improvised, because that's how it seemed to me. But it seemed like if these were actors, they probably could have played their...
Possibly, right, yeah. So that's where I was kind of like, it lost me in a few places, because it took me away from a film, and it brought me... So I thought the acting could have been a little bit stronger in places, even though there was some good performances throughout. So that's kind of where I'm at, Greg. What's your comments? And we'll kind of banter around a little bit more.
Okay, so my thoughts on the film. I got to say, I started watching it. I got about not quite 10 minutes in. I stopped it and told my girlfriend, you got to check this out.
Okay.
To me, it started out really strong. I mean, it's straight up found footage. It was hitting all the notes. And then it went into sort of a true crime documentary with, I think, the actor's Christian Volstad playing sort of the narrator. And I thought, man, this guy is good. I believe this guy. And he really drove this story forward for me. And I liked his performance, especially later on when we got to the found footage. Angel Nicole Bradford was a very, very strong actress. I really was taken in by her performance. A lot of the supporting cast was not quite as strong as those two. And a lot of the interviews, I could tell they used non-actors in some of them. At least it felt like they used non-actors in some of them. And I could almost see them just about to break. Like, oh, this guy's going to start smiling in a second. I could sense that. So I thought some of the interviews went on a little too long. I thought some of the found footage when they're walking through the woods went on too long. It's like, man, cut to the chase. But the structure the feel of it, I really was taken in by. I thought this feels like a true crime documentary. Sure, it wasn't like totally slick and polished like you see on Netflix, but it had that vibe to it. And I really appreciated that. And I thought it was very creepy and evocative. And you're right, the payoff could have been better. It wasn't bad by any stretch. It was not bad, and it certainly was a payoff. But I was like, man, it could have been a little bit stronger. But
I thought they leaked it out a little too soon.
Kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's definitely worth a watch, though. And I was captivated by it from start to finish. And found footage is not a genre I'm super into. I mean, of course, again, you bring up Blair Witch, and this had, it evoked strong feelings of Blair Witch. Not in a bad way, but I thought T.J. Robinson did a really commendable job with the film, because obviously it was not a huge budget, and it was not a super slick and polished production, but it did have some real flashes of real greatness. I think it was a very well done film that if it didn't 100% hit, it maybe 80% hit, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think for an indie film.
I was going to say the same thing. 75-80% hit. The things that could have been tightened up were simplistic, but didn't pull away from the movie. Right?
Yeah,
it didn't miss his mark in total. This
No, I didn't want to turn it off in the middle of
Exactly.
the review, of watching it, like I thought about doing in other films.
No.
Right, exactly. It kept my attention the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's just some things as an independent filmmaker, it was things we noted as that. But,
Yeah,
I thought it hit the mark 75-80% for me, which was entertaining. It from start to finish, some good acting in it, and I was thoroughly entertained.
It needed some fat trimmed. That's probably the only real complaint. If you would have trimmed down some of the interviews, some of the Lost in the Woods stuff, I think it would have hit a lot harder.
You're right. He already hit the mark, didn't realize it, and
Yeah.
he already had it, right? He kept having to tell the audience what the audience already knew.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
But still, yeah,
solid
exactly.
film.
Yeah, yes, I agree. So this one, I'm gonna give 3 out of 5 for this one. That's kind of where I'm sitting on this. Good movie. I think it's worth the watch. Go find it. Children of the Woods. What are you thinking, Grega?
Yeah, 3 out of 5. Solid.
I'm going to go actually a little bit better. I'm going to 3.5.
Okay.
So I do the halves because,
No.
I just, I agree with both of you on everything. But it really surprised me how well it was done, because I thought it was going to be a shitter. Because, a lot of found footage stuff isn't that great.
True.
But this one did pretty damn good. I was very happy that I got to see it. I recommend it for sure.
Yeah, definitely knew what he was doing when he knew he was going into found footage.
Yeah.
From that sense, there's no surprise that it's found footage. I mean, he tells you that right up front. You know what he's getting into. So yeah, I'd pair this one with a beer and a bag of popcorn and just a good nice watch. So
our next film this evening is Psycho Ape by director Addison Binnick. And man, what can I say about Psycho Ape?
This movie was bananas.
but
There's a bunch more that.
This
you said you were going to bring it tonight, Brock.
this movie was
That's a cliche.
bananas. This movie had shitty sound, shitty picture, shitty acting, shitty editing, shitty story, shitty everything, and it's one of the best fucking movies I've ever seen.
Yes.
I mean, it's like Psycho Ape is like Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween, but with a psychotic ape. And I mean, it doesn't make any goddamn sense at all, but it's sort of the plot of Halloween, where this maniac ape, the psycho ape, is killing people, starting out at a teenage girl's slumber party.
Yes.
And it just kind of goes from there.
You should roll a little bit of the clip.
Why talk about it when I can just show it?
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, do I know you? Wait, you look familiar.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're talking
So like
about.
I said,
That's what we're talking about right there.
it's this movie's fucking insane.
Yes.
And man, I am so there for it because I didn't know what to expect. Right? You know, we get all sorts of movies, and I'm like, okay, Psycho Ape, and the poster that the guy sent, like, man, this looks pretty cool. And they basically say up front, yeah, this movie's a piece of crap.
Yeah, very fun.
No. They on purpose tell you. And
Yeah.
there's something in the beginning that he puts in the beginning. I don't know. You watched it first, and
Yeah.
you're like, guys, I get a lot of movies.
Yes.
I watch a lot of films.
Yes.
And he goes, I'm telling you, we got to watch this one.
Yes.
And you do that a lot, but you don't do it enough. But this one, you were like, hey, guys, you got to watch this one. You got to watch this one. We got to review it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I'm
Yes.
just like, what's this one all about, right? So finally, here we are, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, what'd you think about it?
Oh,
But he's telling us. He's over the moon.
I know, man. It was, you know, this is the movie that I would have made if I was like 12 to 15. This is what I would have dreamed of making. I mean, it just hits everything right on the head. It's got everything, man. It's got blood. It's got boobs. It's got bananas. I mean,
Lots of bananas.
That's right.
I mean, essentially, it's Kansas bowling. She's a quote unquote teenage girl, and her slumber party and she's obsessed by apes. Her slumber party gets destroyed by this.
Yeah, she wants to be the teenage Jane Goodall. That's
Yeah.
her goal in life.
This escaped ape from a zoo who's on a killing spree, and he's being pursued by Dr. Zoomis, Bill Whedon,
Played
Oh,
by Bill
yeah.
Whedon.
who
Yep.
is essentially the Dr. Loomis from Halloween.
Yep.
He's playing that role.
Yeah.
And the Donald Pleasance character. And man, it's just so ridiculous. It's so stupid. And it's so funny. I mean, I was laughing my ass off.
I laughed out loud. I honestly, I laughed out loud.
And no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing. I'm
no.
just watching this movie, and there's this scene with these newscasters that is some of the funniest shit
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
But from the names to the crawl at the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to
Yeah.
this
I read
entire
that
film,
too, yeah.
to the pictures on the wall,
Yep.
to
there's
Psycho 8 posters in different
Thank
scenes.
you.
there's
Exactly.
so many Easter eggs in this
Yes,
film. You can't keep up with them.
which keeps your attention. And I mean, he didn't care.
No,
He didn't. But it's an organized not care. It's an organized chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Of just meticulous putting this thing together. You could not back into this if you tried.
No, that's the thing. In order to make a film like this, which is purposefully made bad,
Yeah.
right? Like everything they say not to do in filmmaking from a technical standpoint, the director did. You have to be a really smart, savvy filmmaker to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has some serious talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he even dropped little anecdotes of other films
Oh.
within the film.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, where's the ape have to go, right? I won't spoil it by saying they had to go to New York, right? I mean, it was like, so for the traditionalist, like, where's my New York scene? Well,
Yeah.
here it is,
That's
right?
right.
And you could tell that was some guerrilla shooting for
Yes.
sure, right? As,
Oh, guerrilla
sorry,
shooting.
Mike, I know. I'm
That's
trying.
ape shooting in this film.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was.
What did you guys think of the movie?
I'm right on board with you, man. From start to finish, once I understood that there was these little Easter eggs in it, I mean, I like blew it up a little bit on my laptop, and I really dug in to pay attention. I laughed out loud. I knew it was planned. I knew it had to be like an evil genius that kind of put this thing together, because if you try that, or if you don't try that, it doesn't come off right? It's a shitty movie.
Yes.
It's an independent filmmaker who didn't have the budget, who didn't have the technology, or didn't have the talent that put something out like this. This guy definitely had whatever budget he wanted on this and, put it together, but he used it how he needed to. And he purposely planned this entire thing from start to finish. You could tell that just from the care he took by putting all these little extra things in it that just made it very enjoyable for me to watch as I was watching these silly ass antics on the screen. Because the film is about an ape who basically goes around killing people.
With bananas.
Yes, and him and Nancy Banana, played by Kansas Bowling, are basically, that's her drive is to get with this gorilla, and because this thing's on the loose because it escaped from the Detroit Zoo, like you had said, and it's just mayhem from start to finish. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So kudos to writer Stephen Albers, Addison, as you mentioned, and Greg DeLizzo. Stephen actually played the Psycho Ape himself, so I think he wrote that part. I mean, you got to think this guy goes, I'm writing this, I'm in the suit, boys. They probably had arguments who was going to be in the suit.
Maybe.
No, same here, guys. I at first I was like, "What the fuck am I getting into here again?" Like I'm watching this thing like at 11 o'clock at night,
Right.
And I'm texting my son. Texts me, and he goes, "What are you doing? Are you doing all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm just watching this fucking movie called Psycho Ape." He goes, "That sounds like it's gonna suck. Is it like Cocaine Bear?" And I was like, "I think it's probably worse, you know." But I just started watching it at that point, and at first I was like, "Oh shit, everything is shitty." Like Greg had mentioned, the sound sucked. You could understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
The video is worse. The acting was horrible. The effects was.
Yeah.
I don't even know I don't know what the hell it was. I think it's strawberry jelly in some places.
Oh, strawberry jelly. And,
I don't know, but it's so bad it's good. Even they had a little stuff. What was it called when it's not green screen or anything, but they used splatters on the lens.
Oh, yeah.
Some type of After Effects.
Yeah.
And the editing, which added more blood to the scene, you know, and you could tell what the hell it was, right? But it was ape shit crazy.
It was.
You know?
It was.
And it even what was the lead actor's name?
Kansas Bowling.
Yeah, Kansas Bowling played
Even her
Nancy
hair
Banana.
was banana yellow.
Yeah, well, she was.
You know,
Yeah, from start to finish, you knew she was into
and
gorillas.
she was in love with this ape. She had
Yeah.
infatuated this killer ape, and you know they became kind of friends.
She did. Well, even when they were in New York doing their little thing,
yeah.
she gets a hot dog. She gets a hot dog, and he goes, she's like, "Do you want a bite?" And then the ape looks at her, and he goes, He takes the hot dog out and puts a banana on the bun, and they looking at each other.
Yeah, I mean, even the ape suit was so shitty.
Oh, I mean, it's like it's coming apart.
It's coming apart when he's running. You see his legs and his shorts, and
his thing coming out of there,
yeah, it was so,
all on purpose.
It was so bad. It was good, man.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna like it, but
No, I thought this
it was a good break from reality.
And the supporting cast, I thought, was good, and it
Yeah,
added just another sense of just
Not good actors, but good.
No, it added everything worked together. It added just such another dimension to the film of nuttiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuttiness is bananas.
Yeah, that's yes.
Yeah, so yeah, Psycho Ape was crazy.
Yeah, who knew this movie's been out for 5 years? 2020 is what I saw that this film came out on, and my goodness, this is the first we're hearing about it. What a
if you like, because this is a unique movie in some senses. I know it pays tribute to like Halloween or whatever, but you know, who thought of a Psycho Ape to take the role of Michael Myers? I didn't, and probably nobody else did, or else they would have made this. So I thought it was pretty unique, and you know, that's true indie filmmaking right there, and that's what it's really all about. The guy knew what he was doing.
yeah.
And he I think he hit every nail in the head that he's trying to hit.
I think so.
Yeah, from the character names to you have to pay attention to every sense of this movie while it's just going on in front of you, and you're just watching the silliness. So
Yeah.
Brock, I 100% agree with you, man. This guy hit it on all marks, and this is probably the first 5 out of 5 bananas that I've given something. But for what it is, for a comedy horror movie, it's a 5 out of 5 for me. So you know that's where I'm at on this one.
Oh, I give this movie 10 out of 5.
Oh wow!
I-
man, you're
Damn.
blowing the scale out of the water,
Breaking it.
man.
This, yeah. Man, I laughed, I cried, I shit my pants. It was.
You weren't in the movie, man, but that would have worked.
I wish I was. It was. Man, it was. Yeah, solid movie.
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. I give it a 5.5.
There you go. Man, way to do it, man. I went first. I'd screwed up.
You did.
No, I give it a solid 5 because it did it hit every nail on the head. It really did. For what the movie's supposed to be, it executed.
That's it.
What I want to see.
Accept it for what it is and what this guy pulled off flawlessly, in my opinion. But it had to be so effing difficult on putting that together.
I'm sure.
I can't imagine him looking at this and just going, is that what I wanted to do? This is what I'm trying to do?
I don't know.
How do I make it shitty
I think
on
it may have been
purpose?
easy for him if he knew that's what he wanted to do.
I guess so. I don't know. Anyway, it interesting film. I say check it out. Obviously, we all agree it's a fabulous film. It's a quick watch, 104 minutes.
Yeah.
Hour and 4 minutes. So 64 minutes, I think, is what it is. We saw that it was on Prime, Tubi. You can probably catch it several other places, but it's been out since 2020. So I highly recommend going and check out Psycho Ape, written by Stephen Albers, Addison Binnick, Greg DeLizzo, directed by Stephen Binnick.
Addison Binnick.
Thank you. Check it out. Thank you.
Just
I'm a
know
lazy
you're
reader.
not going to see the movie Psycho. Okay, this is Psycho Ape. Okay,
Right,
so
don't-
if you get that through your head, you'll be just fine. Go see it.
There you go. Cool.
All right.
Man, talked about a lot tonight.
We did talk about a lot tonight.
We talked about Psycho Apes and the Children of the Woods and a couple killer movies, if you want to put it that way.
Definitely.
But we also talked about what?
The highs.
Yeah, the lows.
And the in-betweens. God, that sounds so weird doing all three.
True independent filmmaking brought to you by
88 millimeter Productions.
This is the Indie Film
Sucks.
Podcast.
All right.
That's right. Indie Film Sucks.
That's getting cut.
Indie film sucks. Indie film sucks. It's the Indie Film Sucks podcast. Yeah.